Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Gacharya Stotra Satya Sri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhai Charan Arvind Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Skandi Biti Founder Charyas Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Harinam Sankirtan Ki Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jaini Thai Gaur Premanand. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru, to Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Taksuramilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Parakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Syam Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitam Sya Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kansana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is a very means of conquest, let us first offer respectful obeisances unto Narayana, Supreme Personality of Godhead, unto Narayana Rishi, the supremmost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nasta prayesha badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Tamashloke Bhaktir Bhaviti Naistiki. By regularly hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam and by rendering a service unto the pure devotee, all that is troublesome within the heart becomes destroyed or practically nil, and loving devotional service unto the Supreme Lord, who is praised with transcendental songs, becomes established as an irrevocable fact. Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samhitam Uttama Shloka Charitam Chakara Bhagavan Rishi Vishreyasaya Lokasya Dhamyam Swasayanam Mahat. This Srimad Bhagavatam, known as the Grantaraj, the king of all Vedic literatures, is the literary incarnation of God. It is compiled by the incarnation of God, the Srila Vyasadeva. It is meant for the ultimate good of all people. It is all successful, all blissful, and all perfect. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda,
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Sarabhyaya Namaha.
Om Surabhyaya Namaha.
Om Sarabhyaya Namaha.
Om Surabhyaya Namaha.
Om Sarabhyaya Namaha.
Om Surabhyaya Namaha.
Mukham karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripa tamaham bande Sri Gurum Dinataranam yat kripa tamaham bande Sri Gurum Dinataranam. Hare Krishna. Welcome to our Bhagavatam class. Reading from first canto, chapter number 3, entitled Krishna is the source of all incarnations. And today we are reading text number 29. Correct. Janma Gohyam Bhagavato Ya Etat Prayato Naraha Sayam Pratar Grinan Bhaktya Dukka Gramad Vimuchyate Janmagohyam Bhagavato Ya etat prayato naraha Sat Sayam Pratar Grinan Bhaktya Dukka Gramad Vimuchyate Janma Guhyam Bhagavato Ya etat prayato naraha Sayam Pratar Grinan Bhaktya Dukha Gramad Vimuchyate Janma Guhyam Bhagavato Ya etat prayato naraha Sayam Pratar Grinan Bhaktya Dukha Gramad Vimuchyate
Janmaguhyam Bhagavato Yaye tat prayato naraha Sayam prata grunan bhaktya Dukka gramad vimuchyate
Dukha Gramad Vimuchyate Janma Guhyam Bhagavato Ya etat prayato naraha Sayam Pratar Grinan Bhaktya Dukka Gramad Vimuchyate Janma Guhyam Bhagavato Ya etat prayato naraha Sayam Pratar Grinan Bhaktya Dukha Gramad Vimuchyate Janma Guhyam Bhagavato Ya etat prayato naraha Satyam prata vinan bhaktya dukkha grama vimuchyate. Janma, birth, guhyam, mysterious, bhagavataha, of the Lord, yaha, one, etat, all these, prayataha, carefully, naraha, man, sayam, evening, prataha, morning, grinan, recites, bhaktya, with devotion, dukkha gramat, from all miseries, vimuchyate, gets relief from. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Whoever carefully recites the mysterious appearances of the Lord with devotion in the morning and in the evening gets relief from all miseries of life. Kindly repeat after me. Whoever carefully recites the mysterious appearances of the Lord with devotion in the morning and in the evening gets relief from all miseries of life. Purport. In the Bhagavad Gita, the personality of Godhead has declared that anyone who knows the principles of the transcendental birth and activities of the Lord will go back to Godhead after being relieved from this material tabernacle. So simply knowing factually the mysterious ways of the Lord's incarnation in this material world can liberate one from material bondage. Therefore, the birth and the activities of the Lord, as manifested by Him for the welfare of the people in general, are not ordinary. Not ordinary, yeah. They are mysterious, and only by those who carefully try to get or to go deep into the matter by spiritual devotion is the mystery discovered. Thus, one gets liberation from material bondage. It is advised, therefore, that one who simply recites this chapter of the Bhagavatam, describing the appearance of the Lord on different incarnations, in sincerity and devotion, can have insight into the birth and activities of the Lord. The very word vimukti, or liberation, indicates that the Lord's birth and activities are all transcendental. Otherwise, simply by reciting them, one could not attain liberation. They are therefore mysterious, and those who do not follow the prescribed regulations of devotional service are not entitled to enter into the miseries of His birth and activities. Translation again, that whoever carefully recites the mysterious appearances of the Lord with devotion in the morning and in the evening gets relief from all miseries of life. So this is the formula for getting relief from all the different miseries of life, and that formula is especially giving the desired result by the process of hearing. Srinvatam Sokata Krishna Punya Sravana Kirtana Rijanta Stoya Badrani Vidunuti Sarit Satam. Whatever is inauspicious, whatever is abhadras, unwanted, whatever is unwanted, gradually becomes cleansed by, here it mentions both morning and evening. Prabhupada gave that formula actually. In the West, they have what they call, they put two pieces of bread together and in between they'll put something. They call it a sandwich. So morning hearing and evening hearing, then the whole day will be okay. Yeah. We begin the day by, as we do, Mangalarati, Mangala, auspicious. It is the best way to begin one's day. And we also, in the evening, should hear something. Just like we started again, hearing from Chaitanya Charitamrita. So in this way, we have better chance of remembering Krishna by speaking about him or hearing about him in the evening when we go to bed at night, and by attending Mangalarti and hearing Bhagavatam, we have better chances of remembering Krishna during the day. So of course, the text is mentioning whoever carefully recites the mysterious appearance of the Lord. So the Lord's activities are not always so easy to understand, and therefore we have to make an effort to hear with, Prabhupada would also mention, with rapt attention. With rapt attention we hear these descriptions that are given in the Shastra. Yes. And the last point in the purport, Prabhupada is explaining that those who do not follow the prescribed regulations of devotional service are not entitled to enter into the mysteries of his births and activities. So what are the prescribed regulations of devotional service? Yes. Devotional service. there's a long list actually in the nectar of devotion. The nectar of devotion is especially meant to be our guide, how to execute devotional service. We know, of course, the 9 activities of devotional service, beginning with Savanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. But there are 64, what is called 64 items of devotional service. The first 10 are actually related or in connection with the importance of the spiritual master. The importance of devotees, the importance of proper association, because it is through the spiritual master that we come to more clearly and more deeply understand the principle of sambandha. What is meaning sambandha?
Connection. Relationship.
Huh?
Relationship.
Relationship, connection, yes. So we cannot develop our connection or our relationship with Krishna unless we develop our connection and relationship with Krishna's devotees, in particular with a spiritual master. So that is that is where all of us in the material world, our problem is that we have lost connection. It's like your cell phone, you lose connection. Wi-Fi, what happened to Wi-Fi? No connection. So when we lose connection, then we lose everything, no? So we have lost our connection with Krishna, and now by some good fortune, we are coming in contact with this knowledge, with the devotees, with the process of devotional service. So that is, all of that is to help us revive our original connection. So we cannot revive our original connection unless we learn to interact nicely, properly with Krishna's devotees. Not only Krishna's devotees, what is that nice verse? Discussion between Lord Shiva and Parvati. Aradhananam sarvesam Vishnur aradhanam param. Then Lord Shiva is explaining that the highest object of worship is Vishnu. Aradhananam sarvesam. Sarvesam of all things, of all persons. Vishnu is Aradhanam param. Tasmat parataram devi tadiyanam. Yes, samarpanam. But even higher than Vishnu, even higher than worship of Vishnu is worship of what is dear to Vishnu, what is yes, the devotees of the Lord are dear to Vishnu. The cows are dear to Vishnu. Cows are dear to Krishna. The mission, dharma, establishing, following, understanding dharma, that is dear, because the Lord descends in the material world to reestablish dharma. So yes, the text again. Whoever carefully recites the mysterious appearances of the Lord with devotion, same thing mentioned also in the Bhagavad Gita. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam, with love and devotion, with care, with attention. We should be performing our activities with attention, with rapt attention. We have time to read one more verse here. Text 30. Etad rupam bhagavato
एतद्रूपं भगवतो
yarupasya chidatmanaha
ह्यरूपस्य चिदात्मनः
maya gunair virachitam
मायार्गुणैर्विरचितम्
mahadadibir atmani.
महदादिभिरात्मने.
Translation and purport. The conception of the Virat, universal form of the Lord, as appearing in the material world is imaginary. It is to enable the less intelligent and the neophytes to adjust to the idea of the Lord's having form, but factually the Lord has no material form. Purport. The conception of the Lord known as the Vishvarupa or the Virat Rupa is particularly not mentioned along with the various incarnations of the Lord, because all the incarnations of the Lord mentioned above are transcendental, and therefore is not and there is not a tinge of materialism in their bodies. So this interesting point that we have read in the last so many days, the list of different incarnations, which is of course only a partial list, some 20 plus different incarnations. But Prabhupada is pointing out that in that list we don't find the Virat Rupa form of the Lord, because Virat Rupa is different from the transcendental forms that the Lord displays when he incarnates through different avatars. And so this point is being made here, how the form of the Lord, the nature of the Lord, the qualities of the Lord, the activities of the Lord, when he appears either in his original transcendental form or through the various incarnations, are all transcendental. There is, to continue the purport, there is no difference between the body and self as there is in the conditioned soul. The Virat Rupa is conceived for those who are just neophyte worshippers. For them, the material Virat Rupa is presented, and it will be explained in the second canto. In the Virat Rupa, the material manifestations of different planets have been conceived as his legs, hands, etc. Actually, all such descriptions are for the neophytes. The neophyte cannot conceive of anything beyond matter. The material conception of the Lord is not counted in the list of his factual forms. As Paramatma or Supersoul, the Lord is within each and every material form, even within the atoms. But the outward material form is but an imagination, both for the Lord and for the living being. The present forms of the conditioned souls are also not factual. So this body that we have now is also not us. The conclusion is that the material conception of the body of the Lord as Virat is imaginary. Both the Lord and the living beings are living spirits and have original spiritual bodies. Yes. The next text is also in continuing the explanation. So we'll just read this one also, which is text 31. Yatha nabasi meghau go
यथा नभसि मेघौगो
renurabha parthivo nile
रेणुर्वा पार्थिवो निले
evam drastari drishyatvam
एवं दृष्टरिदृश्यत्वम्
aropitam abuddhibihi.
आरोपितमबुद्धिभिः.
Clouds and dust are carried by the air, but less intelligent persons say that the sky is cloudy. Today the sky is cloudy, and the air is dirty. Similarly, they also implant material bodily conceptions on the spirit self. Purport. It is further confirmed herein that with our material eyes and senses we cannot see the Lord, who is all spirit. We cannot even detect the spiritual spark which exists within the material body of the living being. We look to the outward covering of the body or subtle mind of the living being, but we cannot see the spiritual spark within the body. So we have to accept the living being's presence by the presence of his gross body. Similarly, those who want to see the Lord with their present material eyes or with the material senses are advised to meditate on the gigantic external feature called the Virat Rupa. For instance, when a particular gentleman goes in his car, which can be seen very easily, we identify the car with the man within the car. When the president goes out in his particular car, we say, there is the president. For the time being, we identify the car with the president. Similarly, less intelligent men who want to see God immediately without necessary qualification are shown first the gigantic material cosmos as the form of the Lord, although the Lord is within and without. The clouds in the sky and the blue of the sky are better appreciated in this connection. Although the bluish tint of the sky and the sky itself are different, we conceive of the color of the sky as blue, but that is a general conception for the layman only. Yeah. So because most people in the material world are materialistic minded, under the influence of the modes of material nature, so this point is being made here how one who is having such consciousness by meditating on the universal form of the Lord, by understanding the workings of the material nature, then we can begin to develop some understanding and appreciation of the creator of the material world. Yeah. So we will close here for now. Jai Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.